Greetings and welcome back. I thought you guys would not mind an extra 30 seconds of waiting to get the kitty who was late for work. You were late for work, Mr. Kitty Cat? He's like, yeah, I know. I don't care. The show doesn't start without me anyway. Like that old, remember what the old Full House, right? The DJ is dating Nelson for that one part. He's like, the next plane leaves in 15 minutes. That's how long it takes to get to the airport. Yeah, it's my plane. It doesn't leave without me, you know. So, the show doesn't start without the kitty. So, we went ahead and started with the kitty. Greetings, everybody. How are you all doing on this wonderful, wonderful Friday? And we have a good news lineup today. Room 2 studio waits for Sphinx Cam. Uh-oh. Sphinx Cam, huh? Are you a Sphinx now? Are you a Sphinx? Are you a Sphinx? He's like, yeah, what's up? How's it going there, Vince? Greetings, greetings. Windows 10 failures? Oh, no, it's not possible. Oh, of course not. It's not possible at all. Wife and stepson are at a Christian concert tonight. They need the quality time. Home with 2 toddlers cooking pancakes. Very cool, very cool. Awesome. Very good. Very good. Let's see. Tennessee bacon. Tennessee bacon. Greetings, Quint. I sent your mouse pad to you. Should get it on Tuesday. Let's see, pancakes for dinner. I have pancakes for dinner every now and again. When I was out west, I picked up out east here. They don't usually do peanut butter things on pancakes on the east, but in the west they do, and that is so amazing. If you've not put peanut butter on your pancakes, it is absolutely amazing. Shame about Water Fox. Uh-oh, I didn't hear anything about Water Fox. Did Water Fox die or something? I did not catch the news. Uh-oh. Enlighten me, folks. What's about Water Fox? Windows 10X is an edition of Windows 10 designed for dual screen devices. That's right. Okay. Come to all devices one day. Oh, God. No, it's not going to come to my devices. I'll tell you that. There ain't no Windows 10X getting past my boot screen. That's for sure. How good Manjaro support for Ryzen 5? I don't do Ryzen 5. I'm not sure if I'm Manjaro or my Ryzen 5 other than in a virtual machine. My guess it's going to be just fine. But I don't know. See, that's exactly what Vince says too. So his guess is my guess. Whatever. All right. Earplugs and fire jacket. That's right. That's right. Yeah, Kitty's back to work now. Yeah. All right. Hello, Philip. Okay. Had the batter mix on hand. Got homework to do. There you go. Kitty doesn't care about time. He's like, no. Dock him a day's pay. Yeah, he'll only get 2 treats instead of 3. That's right, Kitty. You were late. You're only getting 2 treats today. Burritos for dinner. I did a barbecue chicken wrap with French fries. Peanut butter and pancakes is heresy? No, it's not. It's not heresy. All right. Well, let's go ahead and jump on in. We have 50 folks in the waiting room here, so we're not going to delay. Toss is on at 10 tonight, so I think we might try and we'll see if we can wrap up the show by then. I will be unveiling the new sign-up list for the science fiction book. We'll be looking at the cover today. It's not finalized, but it's good enough to actually get the website and the email list going, so that's going to be spread throughout 2 of the news stories. So just keep in mind, if you're watching live, you're going to see the advertisement for the book twice. So anyway, that'll show up in fun places and times. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started with our first set of stories here. Oh, crap. You know what? I do need to build a banner first. I built the banner for it, but what I didn't do is I did not actually... I built the banner. I didn't actually put it anywhere. So let me do that real quick. And then we'll get started. So we'll give it just another minute there. Let me put that right there. We need to come over here. Delete that image. Yes. Add a new image. And we're going to do that, and I just need to find my image and make sure I can put it in, and then we'll get started. All right. Oh, that looks beautiful. Beautiful new banner image. All right, but I need to find my privacy first. There we are. Let me put that in the background. And now we'll get started. My apologies for the delay. Forgot about that. All right. Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. This is the Privacy Edition. These are recorded live Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you want to catch the show live, or just watch throughout the course of the weekend as I vomit forth all of the individual news clips that we did throughout the week, but you missed that in-between conversation, which is always a blast, so join us if you can join us. Anyway, we will start right on in with the privacy news today. Why is the healthcare industry so bad at cybersecurity? This was an interesting article because it's not just how bad it is from the criminal aspect. It's also really, really bad from the business aspect. It's like, what's going on here? So why is the healthcare industry still so bad at cybersecurity? This demanded a cross-industry summit, so now medical security pros attend CyberMed, and they're all still fairly clueless. Which is kind of funny. Or it's not necessarily them. So it kind of boils down to this. When I was in high school, I had my chemistry teacher made this the most amazing thing that I passed on to all of my students of chemistry for the years that I was teaching college chemistry. You are only as safe as the least safe person in the room. So when I was in organic chemistry, and I had that moron in my class who would consistently, every single week, blow something up. I mean, literally, one time, I don't know how he did this, he managed to get a thermometer so hot, it shot across the room like a rocket. So yes, we have a thermometer that is flying glass projectile shooting across the room until it smashed against the brick wall on the opposite side. You see, in that chemistry classroom, we are only as safe as the least safe person. And this is why you also always wear your goggles at all times. Doesn't matter if you're just looking at your lab manual. The moron next to you could be blowing up a thermometer, which is projecting at full speed towards your eyes as we speak. Okay. That's what's happening in the medical industry. You do have a lot of people who truly do understand the dangers of cybersecurity, but you get the one clueless person in the hospital who has no idea, like, oh, sure, we'll just go ahead and enter that button right there they asked me to. And that's it. You're done. Your whole hospital's been compromised. And so what has happened here is by the end of 2019, there's been an estimated cost of over $4 billion to the medical industry because of various encryption and crypto ransomwares, things like that going on. But there's also an issue with data being collected when people know it's being collected. It's just kind of maybe anonymized. We'll get to that in a minute. But we do have the issue, the last mile awareness problem is that whole safety idea, okay? So even if everyone else is there, if one person does not understand basic safety protocols on the internet with the computers, then you're going to compromise the network. You're going to be open to ransomware, you're going to be open to hackers, you're going to be open to thieves. Now, of course, we talked about some laws, and like Maryland's like, it's illegal to have ransomware, even for research. That's crazy. The other fun ones were the cases where it was illegal to, what was it? No, it was illegal to, I think it was New York. It's illegal now to pay a ransom. That one at least has, it at least has some merit in it. It's trying to cut out the middleman. And so, yeah, that's kind of the case there. But the problem is it's not just the hackers, it's not just the bad actors. It also, as The Guardian reveals, it's also what we've done ourselves. So in The Guardian, how drug giants can access your health records. So this is, of course, going back over across the pond over there in the UK, the NHS, basically like, hey, we're selling, it's anonymized data, don't worry about it. Guys, anonymized data is so incredibly easy to de-anonymize. You should never have it. It should never be required for us to give data to computer systems. I want to go find a good old doctor who keeps paper files, who can do a good job with paper files without putting all of my stuff on some database somewhere, whether that's owned by Amazon or Google or Microsoft. I thought that story was hilarious a couple weeks ago. They're like, we want to stay away from Google. That's just a dangerous thing. We're going to go with Microsoft instead. Microsoft is crazier than Google is. Holy crap, people. What's going on? But anyway, the NHS is giving out anonymized data back to all these companies, but with all of the various other things that people are doing with collecting data, they're basically putting things back together, figuring out who's who, and they know everything about you. Isn't that exciting? This is the medical industry we're getting into. Everything is all connected together. We have hacks on individual medical devices. We have all sorts of things. It makes you wonder about the ethics in the medical community. And to that end, I am releasing a new science fiction book, which is coming out in the next couple of months, called Synaptergy. You can head on over to synaptergy.com, or the short link is tlm.li/s. This is going to be the page where we'll have more things unfolding about the book as it comes out. And you can come on over here, and if you want to be kept up to date as to when the book's coming out, when the beta reader program's over, when all these types of things are going on, you can click this Get Updates button. This is a mailing list. Everything is done on my own private servers, so don't worry about all of that. But the basic synopsis of the book. Mark woke up in a hotel room, unable to remember why he was there, but this was overshadowed by his now being paralyzed. Using his robotics education connections, he rebuilds his once functional body. In the process, the team soon discovers a cost for restorative technology. What could the price be to fully restore bodily functions? Mark will need to determine if he will pay that price. So this is a science fiction novel exploring technology, society, and ethics. And we are about halfway through on the beta reader program. So if you're listening to this and you are in the beta reading program, please get me part 2 so I can get you part 3 and we can get moving along on this project here, because we are releasing this book when we are ready and I don't want to be holding it out. So you can come on over here and grab the information, and as we have more information, eventually I'm going to put up the introduction to the book. I might do some fun blooper outtakes like, what's really going on in that book cover? What's behind those bushes? Some of you guys already know the answer to what's behind those bushes. Feel free to tell us all in the comments below what I edited out of that scene. But eventually I will actually do some bloopers there. Now, we did actually reshoot the front cover today. I actually got somebody who actually came out there and modeled the book cover for me. So we actually reshot it because we wanted to get it, without what was behind the bushes. And also we wanted to get a better picture that I won't have to edit as many people out of the backgrounds. So head on over to synaptergy.com. If you can't spell that, tlm.li/s. You can sign up on the mailing list there if you'd like to get updates on that. And continuing on in the privacy news, from 9to5Mac, there were a couple popular iOS Mac email clients that were scraping inboxes to profit from personal data. That's exciting, all you guys using your Mac. Now, none of these were actually Apple products. Let's go ahead and be clear about that on the front end. But this was from a motherboard research, and they pulled out a couple of them. So Edison was one of them. So Edison has phrases like privacy by design, privacy first on its website. But they also say they could definitely be a bit more upfront about their commercial. I think that's extra. Document describes Edison as providing consumer purchase metrics, including brand loyalty, wallet share, and purchase preferences, listing that the document adds that the source of the data is the Edison email app. So this is JP Morgan. Yes, that giant bank apparently owns the Edison email app that is scraping your inbox for information. Now, in the update to the article, Edison replied, "Oh, privacy is very important to us." That's hilarious. Tell us another one. But anyway, but you can opt out of all this kind of stuff. I'll just opt out and not use Edison at all, thank you. And I encourage you to do the same. That wasn't the only one, though. There were also, let's see. Two other email apps using the same purpose, CleanFox and Slice. From a higher perspective, we believe in crowdsourced transaction data has a transformational power for both consumers and companies, and that the marketplace where a value can be created for both sides without making any compromise on privacy is possible. Yeah, tell me another one, you crazy lunatic. That makes no sense at all. We're just going to go ahead and, whatever. And, I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. Are you using any of these apps? Let me know in the comments there. All right, on to the next one. Windows 10 warning. This comes to us from Forbes, one of those very rare Forbes articles that I didn't need a subscription to get, but I have all these annoying pop-ups all over the place. All right, anyway, what is up with their web design? Granted, my window's not, tiny. I'm sure can I make that bigger? Yeah. They really need a better, they really need a better design. Oh, it's a little bigger this time. Well, bigger for me. Oh man, your window froze. Let me fix the window for you guys. Tried to move the window around and got all mixed up there. Where's my web view? Where are you? I got too many things going on. There we are. There we are. All right, we'll stick with that. All right. So, Windows 10 had a lot of interesting drama. Of course, last week we covered the one where a third-party web application on the internet somewhere out there got messed up and it caused your local search file history to go down. That caused a lot of people to go, what? And so the drama began yesterday as Windows 10 users suddenly found that search was broken with a black bar. Of course, Windows is trying to it's temporary server-side thing. Why do we have a server-side to access our files? So, of course, we know that one. Microsoft... The fix didn't... Okay, let's see. They said there was a fix for the registry files. They said Microsoft's explanation doesn't add up and has actually prompted serious questions about the operating system and what personal data it is sharing. Very good. Somewhere in here there was a nice line about it was like kicking a wasp's nest with Microsoft's... Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's up. The explanation instead kicked a hornet's nest. Yeah, there you go. So you got guys like me who already don't like Windows and warn people about the danger of the privacy aspects. I'm not saying it's a totally sucky operating system. I'm just saying, man, people, it's just not... I switched away from it because of the privacy concerns. That was my concern. All right. So with tensions running high, Windows' latest today has spotted further act. We will not stop it. Missed by many Microsoft release notes. Windows 10 20H1 build, 19035 reveal. It is decided to delay plans to roll out the optional update changes. So optional updates, they wanted to roll those back so you could turn off some updates. I believe that was what that was supposed to be. Nah, we're not going to do that anymore. There's another one. Windows 10 users need to embrace themselves further disruption. Another Microsoft update is now causing significant problems for a number of users. The latest update, KB453265. I think I said that wrong. KB453265. 9.5, which already has some track history, as causing multiple problems including boot failures, broken sound, knocking out Wi-Fi and Bluetooth adapters, and the infamous BSDOD, boom, 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 the blue screen of death. Ironically, another of its problems is a failure to install for what some Windows 10 users should count that as a blessing. So some of you guys that can't install that update, just don't even stop trying. Just stop trying. You might get a blue screen of death out of it. Let's see. There's another one. That one's related to the search. Microsoft has been working to unify search across Windows, Bing, and Office products in an effort to supercharge the search box. Has many advantages, but such problems are ruining the company's reputation. What reputation? It's Microsoft. They don't have a reputation. Well, I guess they do. It's not good anyway. There's so many of these issues. We're getting issues with broken search boxes because of third parties. We're getting updates that you can't block, which are bricking your systems. I haven't heard of any files being wiped out lately, but I guess that's a distinct possibility as well. I don't know. So here is one of the things you can do. If you are running Windows 10, go ahead and follow this trick because apparently it knocks out connecting to the internet for local searches. Got to run regedit. Go to the H key current user software, Microsoft Windows current version search. Look for Bing search enabled. And if you don't, then you'll have to create a new one. Set the field to 0. Bing search enabled, set that to 0. Look for Cortana consent. Shouldn't Cortana consent not be there unless you actually consented? But maybe you did consent. Set that to 0, reboot the system just until the next round of updates. And it's just going to go ahead and reset everything. We see these settings seem to have changed. We changed them back for you. Thanks, Microsoft. Very awesome, though. But that's kind of what's going on with the Microsoft failures. Let me know your thoughts to these and the other news stories in the comments down below. Where'd my comments go? Where'd my comments go? There's my comments. Yay, I found my comments. Alrighty, let's check in on this over here. Alright, already got the batter mix on hand. There we go. VirtualBox 6.2 is not working on the newer kernel, and Oracle does not care at all. That's exciting. Good thing I'm still running like 4.4 or something, you know. There's a glorious thing to not updating your systems much. Got made fun of for eating pineapple on pizza. Hey, man, pineapple on pizza is not bad. I mean, it's not my absolute favorite, but I don't mind it. Like ham and pineapple, Hawaiian pizza, absolutely epic. Petrox says, though, that pineapple on pizza is a crime against humanity. I don't know, maybe. I don't know. It's a popular thing out here anyway, Hawaiian pizza. Okay, yes, see, it makes perfect sense to you. I mean, I like it. It's not my favorite. I mean, I have pizza a lot. I actually always have pineapple in the house, but I never actually intentionally throw pineapple on my pizza. I don't do that, but if it's ordered, I always eat it because I do actually like it. So, you know. Okay, pineapple and Canadian bacon on pizza is good. Yes, indeed it is. Everyone throw your pineapples at Pizza Loving Nerd. How's it going, pizza? Pizza. All right. Okay. Let's see. We had a fluorine fire in the chemistry classroom. That was fun. Wow. That's dangerous. Goggles and tape over your eyebrows. There you go. Yeah. What about the mercury cleanup? Mercury thermometers don't generally blow up like that. Alcohol thermometers do that. Mercury doesn't have a big enough expansion potential, but alcohol does. And so we were using alcohol thermometers. Bitterly cold up there in Canada. All right. You must be really lucky to survive your lab classes. Yeah, I was safe. I kept myself pretty safe. Always keep your goggles on. Always keep bad clothes around, and always keep a lab jacket on. And be like, "What are you doing? Don't do that. That's dangerous." You know. Organic chem was awesome. Too bad the only thing we did was filtration. Really? That's boring. Was that a high school class? I'll tell you the hardest thing I had to figure out, how to run a Grignard reaction at 6,000 feet elevation. That was difficult. Actually, I think it took me about 2 weeks to figure it out. You had to start out, you actually had to start out with sodium iodide. So if you had sodium iodide in a Grignard reaction mix, it jump starts the SN2 reaction as the first part of it. It's crazy. And then you have to do several extra wash steps to get the iodine out. But it works. It was difficult. I had to figure that out. It was like, chemistry happens differently at 5,000 feet elevation where my chemistry lab was. This is better than Google, in my opinion. Still a bad company, better than Google. I disagree. What caused me to disagree is that Google does not share its data with a lot of other people. Microsoft often wants to prove how much data they actually have, and so they are openly sharing it more frequently. That's the biggest problem with Microsoft. Imperatives Health Informatics is determining the individual patient risk. Everything is so darn too expensive. Insurance companies, even nonprofits, desperate to figure out which patients are going to drag them down. Yep. And WaterFox News and Google search and saw that WaterFox web browser has been sold to System 1, the same company that bought StartPage. Oh, God. I had a little bit of hope for Start Page after watching the TechLore interview. I'm still on the fence with it. But wow, WaterFox being sold to System 1. Oh, God. Interesting. All right. Well. Okay. Hazard guess that many doctor surgeries don't have proper privacy policy made clear on their patients. Yeah. JP Morgan is the devil, probably. What, kitty? What? What's up, buddy? Yeah. All right. So if I started scraping JP Morgan servers, I wonder if they would feel the same about privacy issues. They'd probably sue you, Really missed that blue screen of death feature. Yeah. Learning oops for the first time sucks. What? What are you learning oops for? Stop saying oops. Just block the Windows update at work where I'm forced to use it. Yeah, it checks for updates but does not download or install them. I'm having those problems with those updates for months now. So much that I'm needing to constant system screenshots in Windows 10 to avoid stuff breaking. I know. You think Arch is bad. Try Windows. All right. Drop a mercury thermometer and some thermite and see what happens. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, if like thermite on fire, you're just going to get mercury oxide, which actually is going to render the mercury fairly safe. All right. How about using Google search without a login? Probably just as... No, because Google stores your IP address and locks you into... It'll track your IP address. It tracks your cookies and things like that. Start Page would definitely be better than Google. Have I tried Void Linux? It's been a long time since I've tried Void Linux. The last time I tried it, it kind of sucked. The Void Linux people emailed me and said it's probably the version of virtual machine that I have running on that computer, so that's probably the case. You gave up on programming, you do it now? I mean, come on. You can't give up on programming and keep doing it. Yes, that's IT. I know. All right, let's go ahead and jump on into the next business section because we're already behind schedule if we're going to attempt to finish up by 10, which probably is not going to happen, but we'll give it a try anyway. Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. This is the business edition. These are recorded live Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to catch the show live, see the kitty cam in action. But if you don't, you just want to catch the short clips, that's all right too. Glad to have you either way. Today we want to feature the Mint Mobile as my affiliate link of today. This is tlm.li/mm if you want to get more information. Mint Mobile is using T-Mobile's towers. So as long as T-Mobile is going to work from where you're at, it should work just fine for you. It works perfectly fine for me. I just switched to it back in December, and I could not be any happier with that, especially since I do not have to be paying Verizon this massive bill anymore. So with that being said, let's jump on into the business news. First up, Jewel has been accused of having bought ads on Cartoon Network, Nick Jr., and other kids' sites. And they are being sued, I believe this is in Massachusetts, for intentionally targeting kids, including doing some ads to teach people how to get around age restrictions of buying these things. And this, people, is why the people in charge of Jewel need to be beat in town square with raw noodles until they are done. So, this is bad for you. And people, oh, I know, vaping is so much better than smoking cigarettes. Here's a thought. Vaporizing anything into your lungs that shouldn't be there is not good. Stop it. Stop it. So anyway, and this is why we have such a big problem with this in our schools and things. I mean, as young as low as middle schools. It's not just high school issues. This is the lowest middle schools. People are getting addicted to this, of course. No wonder, because, middle school kids are watching Nick Jr. and seeing ads for Jewel. So they are being sued. Let's see, there's other places. Let's see, there's a few places they were advertising as well. Jewel also tried to rope in celebrities that appealed to teens, including Twilight stars Kristen Stewart, Robert Pattinson, Hunger Games star Jennifer Lawrence, and former child actor and musician Miley Cyrus. Lawsuit also alleges that Jewel was, at best, lax about age verification for online purchases and let consumers create accounts with domain names associated with high schools. So this will be fun to see what happens with this. I'll be watching this case to see what happens. But anyway, yeah, that's exciting. Windows 7 just had another bug. Of course, we already had a bug last time, where that's like the final update broke wallpapers on Windows 7. Glorious. So Microsoft was forced to put something out. This one actually doesn't have as much to do with Windows as much as it was an Adobe update. For you guys using Windows 7 and Adobe, an Adobe update broke Windows 7 where it wouldn't shut down for you. So Microsoft officially ended Windows 7 support for non-paying customers on January 14th, but the companies had to push out another free update a week later, and it might be forced to do it again. So again, this was from an Adobe update is what it appears to be. You could get around it by running Group Policy Editor or Alt-Control-Delete, or there were a few other things. Hey, just hold the power button down until the thing shuts down. There you go. Not a good way to shut down your computer, by the way. Unclear what have caused the issue. Some say it's the recent Adobe update that disabling Adobe Genuine Monitor Service. Oh, disabling the thing that Adobe is perpetually running on your computer to make sure you're not running pirated software. Yeah. Did you agree to install that? You probably did. You signed away your life to Adobe. I'll just stick with my GIMP. Thank you very much. And other applications that can replace my time with Adobe products. But anyway, that's exciting. So you guys still using Windows 7? Let me know if you're having issues shutting down and what's going on with that. Well, this was a neat article here. So Tesla remotely removes autopilot from a customer's used Tesla without any notice. No, I don't want to autoplay your stupid video. All right. So Tesla, this is a fun one because person goes, it was a car dealership had the car. It was the personal car of the car dealership. Guy owns the car, uses it, whatever, decides to sell the car, so he sells it on his lot through his car dealership. Sells it to whoever the person was that bought the car, and shortly thereafter, the autopilot just stops working. They reach out, and Tesla's like, he didn't buy the original car, we're not making that work. And people, while I appreciate that a Tesla's out there in the market without autopilot, I do appreciate that because I think autopilot should be just permanently disabled across the board anyway. But that being said, the fact is, this is a company who can literally control everything down to your car. Okay, all you guys whining about the environmental impact, remember this: Tesla, through software, decreases the battery efficiency of your car. How do we know this? Well, because if there is an emergency and people need to flee the area, they just turn on the ability to drive further in the car. Isn't that exciting? And so this is the problem and the danger with having a company having that much over-the-air support with what your car is. I want to go out, buy my car, whether I buy it from the dealer or some schmo down the street, as long as I'm actually getting, a real, legal car, of course. I want to be able to take this car and have zero connection back to the factory, period. It's my car, especially with how expensive cars are. You want to give me a Tesla? Sure, do whatever you want to it. I don't care. But for you morons paying $30, $40, $50, $60, $70,000 for a car that someone else can just go, turn off. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Stop. Stop giving money to a company that has that much control over your vehicle. After some back and forth, Tesla actually responded back. There was a lot of documents here about all this kind of stuff. And at the bottom of the article, they finally said, so this guy here, he basically comes back we're going to pick up down here. He did come back and test drive a few days later. We both agreed it was a technical difficulty or bug that would be fixed by the next software update. Since then, Tesla has been of no assistance to him, and I have been doing my best to get him some help in the case. I sell dozens of Teslas a year. Sold my father-in-law a Model X P90D with the ludicrous speed package. The ludicrous speed package. What are we, 5 years old? I thought 16 was the driving age. Oh, I need to have my car with ludicrous speed. 60 days after the purchase, Tesla removed the speed package. Upon complaints to them, they said he never paid for it. We have video evidence and multiple pictures of the vehicle with it. They even removed the line under the P90D. I am still shocked at these acts. So, very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. I'm telling you, this is not a company that I think that we should be supporting overall. All right, I just had to throw this one in because, you know, screw you, Blizzard, go die. NVIDIA is forced to remove Activision Blizzard games from GeForce. So you guys using GeForce, is this an online? I don't even really know the context behind this. NVIDIA GeForce is now shaping up to be a decent way for hopping onto the cloud gaming bandwagon, but the service recently took a hit from Activision Blizzard, who've decided to remove their entire catalog of games. I believe they removed them because they're going over to Google's platform? Yeah. Good luck. Good luck. People, stop giving Blizzard your money, please. At least until they start becoming a decent company again. But stop giving them your money. That would help us out all tremendously. All right, this one here is a hilarious article. DoorDash is learning just how binding arbitration is, i.e. it sucks. So this is a neat case, and I watched another video from Leonard French Day breaking this whole thing down. Very, very hilarious. So this is actually from Judge William Alsop, who actually knows a lot about technology, and I loved his final decision making. He basically said, like, y'all wanted this, y'all get to eat it too. And so what happened is they had some issue with a bunch of their customers, and then the customers wanted to sue them in a class action lawsuit. DoorDash canceled the class action lawsuit saying you guys all agreed to arbitration. So it was 4,000 of them all came in to do an arbitration. And now DoorDash is trying to get out of the arbitration by settling the whole thing in one class suit. The judge looked and said, no, you morons, you blocked the class action suit. You wanted arbitration. So now they end up paying, I think it was like $9 million is what they had to pay. So DoorDash is now on the hook for $9.5 million in 4,000 individual arbitration fees to the major arbitrator that is involved. So they're like, no, you have to go binding arbitration. So I'm like, all right, let's do it. So they all ponied up all at the same time. They're like, we can't pay this. We're going to close all this down and settle it in one lump sum. The judge is like, no, you're not. You wanted binding arbitration. You're doing binding arbitration. Judge gave him 14 days to respond. So they're either going to need to pay it or get an appellate decision in that time before everything about all of the details goes public and they get slapped by Alsop. Way to go, Mr. Judge. Slapping down some company. Maybe this happened to more companies. We'd have a lot more people be like, maybe we do not force people into binding arbitration. It actually kind of hurts a little bit. And basically what this means is the reason you want to do binding arbitration is because the documents stay private. But the judges basically said, we are opening all of this up to the public in 14 days unless you have an appellate judge tells me otherwise. So way to go. All right, feature story. Google Chrome is going to start to block insecure downloads in coming months. Sorry, Dave, you can't have that PDF. Yeah, that's right. Now, it's not as bad as the headline says. It's mixed content, insecure from mixed content. So what this means is if you have a poorly configured web server, which unfortunately most of the internet is poorly configured, you have a poorly configured web server that technically has an SSL, but they don't have the proper either HT access or otherwise directing thing to force everything to download through that SSL, then you can get what is called a mixed content page. Now, some web browsers in recent months have started to actually block any content that's mixed content, which I find is frustrating, actually. Sometimes it's hard to figure it out, especially all these third-party sources. You never know if something's coming in secure or insecure. And you don't want part of your site blocked by that. And so what's happening here is if you have one of these mixed content sites where they have an SSL, but the download is occurring without an SSL, Google Chrome is just going to block it. Now, it's not going to be all at once. So starting with 81, we have a warnings. Starting in 82, we have, so this is a console warn, this is a pop-up warn, and this is a block. So with 82, any executables, in other words, an exe or an APK, for you guys who download Android apps, you'll get a pop-up warning prior to this. Starting with 83, blocked, can't do it. 81, we have, let's see, was it 83? Any archives, so zips, and for those of us Linux guys downloading our ISO files, if those ISO files are not SSL on an SSL site, it's going to block us in 83. It's going to warn us in 83 and block us 84 and on. Other files, PDFs, 84 warns, 85 blocks, and images, MP3s, things like this, which basically means anything on a mixed content site that does not load through the SSL is going to be blocked starting in 86 or later. How exciting, isn't that so cool that Google wants to be our big brother and block us from doing bad things on the internet by downloading things? What if I really, 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 really want that file and I don't really care if it's secure or not because it's a, it's an animated GIF of Pepe the Frog dying or something. Give me my Pepe! Release Pepe the Frog, people. I mean, come on. Let me know your thoughts about this, other things in the comments down below. You can help support the channel. Have a look at the links in the description down there. We have Patreon, thinklifemedia.com, a few other resources. They're all down there in the comments in the description box down below. So thanks for coming along and let me know your thoughts. Alrighty, what do we got next? You are tech. You are techiness. Not that techiness. That techiness. All right. All right. Okay. Rock and bedrock. Are you bedrock and rock? Building an installer. Use DuckDuckGo when I can, but work hard at, I guess work blocked it, I guess is what you're saying. SwissCows.com is a good search engine. All right. Problem I'm having with Windows 10 is so frustrating. I bought the Pro license just to be able to access GP Edit and block Windows updates altogether. Really wonder for how long I'll be able to do this because things are not looking good. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I forgot about Swiss. All right, what do you guys think about Chromebooks? I can't say I've used one for any period of time, so I'm not going to leave a comment. I'll let all you guys talk about it. All right, okay. Can expect problems soon. Yeah, okay. Hey, Spin Viking, greetings. Minifang, how's it going there? Use Wine Arrow Tweaker to do this. Registered hack can be fine as well. Thought Jewel was a respin of Antics. I don't know. RIP Flash Adobe ending in December. That's right. That's right. Good. Okay. Chromebooks equals Google can sell them so cheap because they make money selling the data. Yep. Using Photoshop, I actually like it better than GIMP. Yeah, I don't. I like GIMP way better. Not use Windows 10 Home because of limitations. Yeah. Still not convinced that buying a new car and manufacturing batteries uses less carbon emissions than going perfectly working car going. Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing. Gave me a Tesla for free, I'd sell it and buy something worthwhile. There you go. Yeah. Same with a Prius. If one reprograms the ECU to get 100 miles per gallon, it voids warranty. Yeah, that's not funny. Ludicrous speed right out of Spaceballs. Yep. GeForce is now is Stadia. Wait, GeForce Now is Stadia done right. Yeah, but there's Blizzard doing the worst thing possible. Let's get away from the good platform and go with the sucky one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Blizzard people are seeing. I think it's a test. I am convinced it is a test to see how bad you can screw everybody over who gives you money, and you still will not fail. It is an experimentation in what does it actually take to get an American company to fail, and I don't even think it's possible anymore. They've gone plaid. Smoke if you got them, that's right. Swear I would engine swap a Tesla Roadster with a GMC V8. Much safer that way with the batteries ready to explode. Yep. But at DoorDash, they thought arbitration would save the money, but they didn't think all their contractors would sue them at the same time. Yep. How long until they block torrent clients from downloading? Oh, yeah. Probably very soon. They'll block Windows updates as malware. We can only hope. So now Google's going to tell you what to download. That's right. You don't want that, Dave. Why can't we download non-SSL files? We aren't logging into something. I know. That's right. Why? Let me download my non-SSL file. I am choosing to download it. Hey, keep it on the warning mode. Give me the warning. Sure, I'll take it. All right. Yeah, I am not monitoring Discord today, by the way. I forgot to boot it up, and on this computer, that will take too much effort. So when I'm turning around the other way, I'm not using the green screen. I can monitor it on my other computer. So yes, we are live, Clayton. How's it going there? Welcome. All right. Can we still download whatever we want using another search engine? Yes, you can. Go ahead and use Firefox. Let's see. As a member of Discord server. All right, let's see. Chromebooks are great for certain users. Rufus is done. Finally switching to Linux after learning LibreOffice for work stuff. Awesome. Hey, LibreOffice is the bomb. I do a lot of advanced stuff with LibreOffice. Good idea to use 7 web browsers for privacy. Okay, yeah, you got that again. I mean, I don't use 7 of them, but using a variety of browsers for different purposes is a good thing. I think like 3 or 4 is generally good. I keep one for a Google login that doesn't get used for anything else for YouTube. I use one which has all the clearing cookies and stuff out. I do have a second one for my other YouTube channels as well. And so I can do that. And then I just use Firefox, a hardened Firefox for all the general stuff. Yes. Isn't it possible to put some Linux distros on a Chromebook? Yes, but it is difficult. You actually have to open up the Chromebook and take out a screw that will enable you to write to the partition. Not updating Windows is worse than pretty horrible updating process. I would disagree. GeForce Now, you can play your existing Steam games if they are compatible. That way you don't have to rebuy the games. If GeForce Now dies, as long as Steam doesn't die. Yeah, that's cool. Very good. All right, I think we got another news section. Let's jump on into, what do we got? We got smart tech coming up next. All right. Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. This is the Smart Tech Edition. These are recorded live Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to jump on by and be stalked by Clippy. Clippy turned bad. He turned bad when they kicked him out of office, man. He's just like a jerk these days. Anyway, Amazon Ring now lets you snitch on your neighbor's good deeds, too. Yay! You can have your Ring there, and oh, look at this. This is my neighbors taking in my garbage cans because I forgot. Oh, I have such a nice neighbor. I love the comments in this. This kind of, somebody actually posted in the comments down here like, yeah, this is, if I see my neighbor has a ring, I'm not going to help. You know, and I take my neighbor's garbage cans in. If they're out of town, like if they put out their garbage cans and then go out of town, I always bring them in for them, you know, or if it's a really windy day, I always bring in everybody's garbage cans because I'm the only guy that works from home. So I'm here most of the day. And so I'll bring in everybody's garbage cans so they're not blowing on down the street, which is really annoying to figure out whose garbage can's who. So I go ahead and do that. But if I saw somebody with a ring there, no, sorry, you're on your own, buddy. But yeah, so now they want you to go ahead and upload anything and everything to their systems. Just put it all up there because they want as much data on their stuff as humanly possible. So yeah, I'm actually starting to walk by and take note of houses with ring and, you know, do weird evasive stuff when I'm walking by them because that's kind of creepy. Know what else though is kind of creepy? Some of the crazy medical technology that is going on. And because of that, I am writing a science fiction book. This guy will be out within the next couple of months. So you can actually head on over to synaptergy.com and get the information if that's too hard for you to spell. tlm.li/s will get you over there. This site will constantly be having some things going to it. We'll eventually put up there the opening, you know, the introductory sections, a little bit more information, a little bit more about the book and the project. But if you are interested in the smart tech and the interface with medical technologies and things. We wrote the book Synaptergy. So Mark woke up in the hospital room unable to remember why he was there, but was overshadowed by being paralyzed. Using his robotics education connections, he rebuilds his once functional body. In the process, the team soon discovers a cost for restorative technology. What could the price be to restore bodily functions? Mark needs to determine if he will pay that price. So this is a science fiction novel exploring technology, society, and ethics. If you want to get updates, click on this orange update button, and this is going to take you to a mailing list sign in. This is all done on my servers. We're not using any external servers on this. And so you can sign up over here for more information and when we are out. So our current project is going to be the springtime, either mid-spring to early summer is what our projected time is for getting the book launched. So you can always, you can keep an eye out on the channel as well for that, or you can just sign up on the newsletter, get the information. We'll be updating the book covers here soon to get all the final stuff in for that. But anyway, keep an eye on for Synaptergy. We'll be coming on down the pipeline very soon. All right, back to the smart tech news. These are a couple of malware things, but they were really affecting some interesting things. So this is a really fascinating virus that is now spreading to nearby wireless networks. Literally. If my neighbor downloads this virus on their computer and I have a smart device over here, that thing can jump right on into my network. Isn't that amazing? So how's it do it? Well, the infected computer the infected computer will get the payload virus on it, and then the virus will go out and attach itself to anything and everything on the network. Of course, a lot of your network devices can both scan for networks. Basically, you can bridge a network across, you can jump over, various different devices do. So then what the virus will then do is it probes all of the nearby networks, and then it will see what can be over there. And if you have an insecure device that has basically, it's looking for your common hardwired IoT devices without good security. With your default administrative passwords, admin, it sees those things, connects admin, and then uses that thing's internet connection to go through and infect the next whole wireless network. So it literally spreads by all this IoT stuff. All of a sudden, I seem like a genius for not having IoT stuff hooked into my house. Now, you can be protected from this, of course, if you do not have insecure IoT things or you're not using default passwords like admin, etc., etc. And so this was just a fascinating piece of malware that specifically targeted these types of things that either have hardwired or default factory passwords that have never been reset. Very interesting. Interesting the way that works. Well, there's another one. This one affects Android phones. And this is the X helper. It persistently reinfects the phone. So even if you do a factory wipe on your phone, it reinfects your phone. I still don't know how this is happening. Like, we know how the reinfection is. So what happens is, as your phone, the virus puts a series of folders on your phone. This is actually how you can also check if you have it as well. So it is com.mucf. And then there's some extra stuff after that. So it'll put a series of these folders on your file manager on your phone. And for some reason, and this is the part we don't quite understand yet, for some reason, a factory reset does not wipe these files. So literally, it just embeds itself on the phone, and a factory reset keeps the files there. Everything else on the phone is reset. That is not reset. Initially, they were thinking it's got to be malware that has come pre-installed on the firmware of the phone. It's not. The fix for it is if you go into your file manager and you delete these things, and then you factory reset your phone and make sure they're gone, then you can prevent the phone from being reinfected. Very interesting, very fascinating to see what's going on with this thing. This is kind of an interesting trick. Kind of fun how they're doing things. Here's one: mucf, umbtts. So I guess if you have any of these on your device, they're probably connected to malware. Very interesting. And so malware is getting out there. It's getting worse. And of course, you're probably getting the original infection from the Play Store. So definitely avoid the Play Store. That's what I'm telling everybody anyway. Anyway. All right, now to another product that's going to be banned in Germany. Sprint's new smartwatch for kids comes with location tracking. Not only does it cost you $144 on the front end, it also requires you to have a $10 a month subscription plan to keep this nightmare of a watch going that probably some hackers getting in there and, hackers getting in there and tracking down your child's location and is right now as we speak mapping your kid's route to the home, to school, to the bus stop, to the friend's house, to the neighborhood corner store, whatever else. So that's right, man. You got to get your kid one of these little smartwatches and then they have this cute little bright thing with these little freaky looking numbers with eyes on them. What's up with this 6? The 6 has like 3 eyes. Everything else has 2 eyes. The 6 has 3 eyes. What's up with this thing? But the thing does geolocation tracking, stuff like this. It has an SOS button that will send alerts immediately to parents. Of course, it's probably pushing everything right on through the Sprint network. That's exciting. I don't know. Apparently Verizon and Timex, like T-Mobile networks, also have some of these watches as well. Just another reminder, guys. No. Kind of freaky. All right, our feature story of the day. Blood-drawing robots could speed up doctor visits. Did we need to speed up doctor's visits? A friend of mine told me he went to the doctor the other day. He went to the doctor for a checkup. The doctor came in. They had 3-word conversation and he left. It's like, there's an old thing. Okay, guys, if you have Pop-Tarts at home, have a look at the instructions for cooking Pop-Tarts. There's microwave Pop-Tarts. Open wrapper. Put it in the microwave for 2 seconds. I think it's actually like 3 or 4 seconds now. But legit, when I heard this comedian tell this joke, I actually went immediately to Pop-Tarts and looked at the microwave directions. It legitimately was 2 seconds. Do we need to speed it up? Like, wow. I mean, come on, guys. Come on. I gotta get my breakfast fast. I gotta do the Pop-Tarts. 2 seconds, man. That's all I got. All I got. 2 seconds time. Do we need to speed these doctor's visits? Do we need blood-drawing robots to come around? Look at this thing. Yes, attack of the digital mosquitoes, people. All right, a few things are unpleasant as having to get blood drawn to the doctor. The only issues is compounded if you get an incompetent nurse or have a history of being difficult to stick due to small or elusive veins. Whole experience could change drastically in the future thanks to the development of an automated blood drawing robot. No, I really don't want a robot to be drawing my blood. I'll take the incompetent nurse, please. All right, prototype created by Rogers' lead team utilizes ultrasound imaging to help the robot find and puncture the vein. In testing with 31 patients, the bot had an overall success rate of 87%. With patients whose veins were easy to access, it jumped to 90%. So it still only has, doing the statistical numbers, that's still, 8.7 out of 10% chance. The incompetent nurse can probably find the blood too. According to previous studies cited, venipuncture is the world's most common clinical procedure, with more than 1.4 billion being performed each year in the US alone. Despite its commonality, the procedure routinely goes south as clinicians fail in 27% of sticks. Okay, so the human, 27, the robot, 13. I'll take the human. Yeah. I don't want the robot to have a blue screen of death when it's getting my arm going, and I'm like, I can't do anything, and the robot's out of control, and meanwhile my arm is being torn off. Whole robot's gonna rip my arm off because it gets a blue screen of death, or some hacker's got a hold of it going, watch this guy. Yeah, that's all we need. My watch just told me I hit goal. Apparently that was, apparently my watch recorded that as some steps, people. That's right. That's right. All right. Josh Lemper, lead author of the research, said a device like theirs could help clinicians get their blood samples quickly, safely, and reliably, preventing unnecessary complications and pain due to multiple needle insertion attempts. What if I want to talk to my doctor a little longer? I don't know. What do you guys think? Are you ready to get stuck with a robot to draw your blood, or is that a little too over the line for you? Let me know in the comments down below. All right, we have Sillyville is left, people. We have Sillyville is left. All right, let's see. Yes, I still have WaterFox on several computers. Crouton for Linux distros. I think Greta Thunberg would get mad if I don't buy a Tesla. That's right. Yeah, because she has no idea how much power it actually takes to charge one of those things. A little bit more to it than when the car goes vroom, vroom, vroom down the road, okay? All right. I know there are security updates, but it's worth knowing if the updates break your computer, because I'm pretty sure that's what MS wants to do with my rig at this point. Slightly on the side, if it's Windows, I'm going to update it, but I have a bad attitude while doing so. Yeah. He's still on vacation, or is Alf got him? No, he's right down here. Alf didn't get you, did he? In reality, Alf was actually sent here to kill the kitties, the robot, the alien cats taking, the aliens taking cat form. It's kind of crazy. We did it. We did him in, though. Field should be mandatory. If you install a ring, you need to put a sign on your front line. Full disclosure and all. You know what? Because of storing data without my consent, I agree. Later, Quint. You know, that's something we could do. I could actually hold the Sillyville until tomorrow. We could do the Sillyville news tomorrow and catch Toss's stream now. Let me know in the comments. Should we hold off Sillyville for tomorrow and do jump over to Toss's stream? Give me your go, no-go on that before we get started. All right. Still miss Robin Williams. I just, let's see. What's that? No, that's a different movie. All right, never mind. Say, I think I just brought a Robin Williams movie today, but no, that was a Bill Murray movie. Anyway. Ring ads, they just say connect to camera in your door when someone rings it, even from your phone. I mean, that's great. Why do you store it, though? Yeah. Alf and Mork never met, did they? Yes, they did, actually. They share a jail cell right now. Yep. We have both of them in prison. Okay. Yeah, the Plague Store. Avoid the Plague Store. Cell phone, the RAM of the device. Pull the battery on the device. Hit the power button multiple times. Get rid of the program. Those so far as Linux exempt from malware or just poor admin security systems. So Linux has a different way of managing user accounts that makes it a little bit more secure. There is still malware available for it, but Windows malware and Linux malware are two completely different things. Linux malware is a lot more rare. 666 and all-seeing eye, yeah. Nacious folder is from COD Mobile. Okay. Greetings from Greece. How's it going there? Have to update Arch-based distros every day. I don't update mine every day. I do mine maybe once a week, maybe once every other week. No, thank you. No drawing robots. Seriously, a nurse had to puncture me 5 times and I was sick. This robot would make me full of holes like Swiss cheese. That's right. Yeah, coronavirus. My entire verdict isn't out on that yet. And I haven't been following it quite as much as I could be. Yeah, I'll take the intern too. Hit the stop goals while waving his arm like a lunatic. That's right. Doctor's office has enough work to need this robot. They win enough to pay the nurse. If I reach a government's hospital, you can ensure that thing won't work properly. Yeah, that's right. It says it's popular in other places around the world as it is in the U.S. I'd say in many places it's probably more popular. Toss's stream. Oh, Toss is not on yet. All right. Might as well finish tonight. Watching both streams. All right. Alf just wants to eat SwitchedTolinux cat. Why? That's right. Well, I mean, Alf was sent here by another dimension to clear the world of aliens residing on Earth in the form of cats. That's why we captured him. All right, we're going to go ahead and finish up. I got some one way, some the other way. I just want to go ahead and finish up the news set. So I'm going to go ahead and kick off my affiliate sponsorship thing there, and we'll just jump on over, do our crazy news, and then hop over to Toss's stream. Welcome back to the Weekly News Roundup. This is Sillyville. What is going on in the craziness of the news cycles? I don't know what's going on. But anyway, let's go ahead and have a look. So there's a couple prank teenagers who are finding themselves in jail. So I have the coronavirus. 2 teens arrested for a prank at Walmart. So this was in Ohio, I believe, and actually, or is it Chicago? I think it was Chicago. And, no, it's Juliet. That's right. I remember, because they're like, the suburb Juliet, the suburb of Chicago. I'm like, you know, I've driven through Illinois a lot. I would not call Gillette a suburb of Chicago. It's a good hour away, I think. But anyway, there was a Chicago person diagnosed with coronavirus. So these teens put on masks, wearing signs that they have coronavirus, and are walking through a Walmart spraying everything with Lysol to, you know, clean it from them. They were arrested and charged because basically on felony charges, because they cost over $7,000 in product damage, an extra $2,000 to clean, total of $10,000 damage. Of course, anything over like is it $2,000 or $5,000 is felony. Felony property destruction. And so, yeah, they figured out pretty quick, don't do that kind of thing. So, if you're a young person, don't be running around here, I have coronavirus, and spraying everything with Lysol. That's kind of crazy. All right. The engineers behind Google's BookBot have launched a delivery robot startup. So this is actually something I even missed in the news. So there was this little Google robot car, and it was roaming the streets. Basically, this was on commission from the local library, and you would schedule a pickup of your library books, and this guy would come on meandering on down the road, and it would get to your house, and you would deposit your library books into it. And it would go ahead and run your library books back to the library for you. Very interesting. It didn't have the ability to drop off books to you, but you could insert your books and whatever. Well, actually, after it was supposed to be a 9-month project, after only 12 days of active service, it landed itself in the Google graveyard. But the guy who actually worked on this at Google left the company and is working on a new startup that is called Cardigan. And Cardigan, he wants to use this Google bot, and he's trying to resurrect it in order to get out into the world and have it for deliveries. So I have this neat idea. I like these little community libraries. What if we just get about a dozen of these in any city, and you just stock it full of libraries, and it meanders around to people on the street like, you want to buy a book? Want to buy a book? Like an old-fashioned fence? Only it doesn't actually cost anything. You can put your book in, you can take your books out, whatever you want to do. And of course, that's a bad idea. I would not want that to happen. Thank you very much. It's like, I need one of these mobile libraries. Where are they? You can schedule on your phone. Now I need a pickup of a mobile library. But this guy's trying to get this thing out of the Google graveyard in order to use it for a delivery service. So, I don't know. It look kind of cute. I don't know. I don't know. All right, Uber drivers. Uber drivers accused of urinating in people's front yards, threatening residents near the Sydney airport. So this comes to us from Vince. And apparently there's a big deal where Uber drivers are trying to line up over in the Sydney airport waiting for people looking for a ride. And it's too congested at the airport, so they're kind of waiting in residential neighborhoods, just parking on the side of the roads. No bathrooms. Hey, there's a nice garden over there. Peeing on the back of the walls, peeing on the back of the gardens, peeing in somebody's pond. Hey, why not just take a swim in their pool while I'm waiting for a ride pickup? And then, of course, they're being a little rude, a little crass, things like that. And so, apparently, look at this. Here's a picture of some guy peeing in somebody's yard. Oh, Lord. I might have to get out there with a big old machete and start cutting at snakes or something, But anyway, Uber drivers waiting for fare near Sydney Airport are being accused of threatening residents, clogging roads, and treating private gardens as public toilets. And Uber says, it's not our problem. We tell people they can't do things and be a nuisance. Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, of course it's not your problem. Uber, the only thing's your problem is picking up the paycheck. Pick up the paycheck. You don't want any other responsibility. That's why these companies... The problem with these companies like Uber is they want all of the positives for them, and they want to dump all of the negative on somebody else and take no responsibility. And until these companies can be absolutely held accountable for the things that are going on under their company's banner, I am completely against all this gig crap altogether. From DoorDash to Instacart to Uber to Lyft, they're all scum. Until the company themselves can start taking responsibility for the things that are done in their company's name, I don't want anything to do with them. And I don't want anything in the neighborhood to do with them either, to be perfectly candid. When they start being, hey, good citizens, our guy was doing bad, we realize it, we booted him out without it being a, public relations nightmare first, I'll be okay with it. But this is a problem. This is why I don't use Ubers. I don't want to support the gig economy. All right, this is an interesting one. So this app can automatically cancel and sue robocallers. So this is made up by the same advocacy group that created the device that can actually fight your parking tickets for you. You get a parking ticket, feed the information into their AI, and their AI will go through your jurisdiction and spit out all sorts of reasons, basically ways that you can use. It'll spit out all of the ways that you can use to defeat your traffic ticket, and then it's causing some problems because now municipalities aren't getting their traffic money, so now they're hiring the company to buy the counteraction suit. It's just becoming this giant AI nightmare with your license plate in the middle of it. The same company. So the idea, the way this works is you use their service, and then they give you a temporary Visa card or MasterCard. And when the robocaller goes on, you push it through the program interacts and then gives that card to it. Actually, it doesn't even do that. You have to do it manually. I think all they're giving you is just the card. So you have to take your time to interact with the robocaller. When they ask for the credit card number, you give them the number, which pings as a legitimate number, and then they take that number, cancel the effect, and then give you all of the paperwork you need to file a lawsuit. Now, the overarching problem with this is nearly every single robocall happens from outside the United States, which means you can't sue them if you're in the United States. I think the only two morons who are actually doing this are already being investigated by the Department of Justice. So whatever that happens to be worth. So if these robocalls actually originated here in the United States, this would be a valid thing, but the vastest majority of them are not. And that is the thing. But if you can actually legitimately succeed in suing a robocaller who is calling you when your name is on the do not call list and you have not given them explicit consent, it is actually it's up to $10,000 per violation. So if somebody robocalls you, technically the laws of the United States allow up to a $10,000 per violation. The problem is if they're out of the United States, you have no recourse. All right, now let's all get giggly as little girls, even if we don't really identify as them, because this is a girls-only app that uses AI to determine a user's gender. Wow, this is going to blow up in their faces. Have these people not been watching the news lately? How can you assume you look at this and you say, oh, look at this, 3 little women giggling away at their new giggle. Oh, no. I cannot look at this picture and suggest that these 3 women are ladies. In reality, this one over here is the only woman. This one over here identifies as a man, and this over here is an Apache helicopter. I'm sorry, you cannot use an app to determine who's gender. And the audacity to even have a sexist app that will not allow me to use it without me being a woman. Oh! Imagine if I made an app that checked if you're a man first. We would be seeing riots in the streets. Oh my God. In fact, this is a funny story. Downtown State College, by one of the parking garages, there's actually a women's only salon. And I looked at this thing so many times. I'm like, you know what I really want to do? I want to open up a man's only salon right next to it. Somebody did it! It's awesome! Somebody actually opened up a man's only salon right next to the ladies only salon, Downtown State College. I haven't heard any fights going on about it, but oh man, that's so epic. But getting back to this app. So this is a girls only social media app. It's called Giggle. Go figure, Giggle. And to use the app and create an account, you have to verify your gender by using the AI. It says it doesn't work if you're trans. No kidding. So anyway, it's going to determine if you're a woman, as if that's as easy to determine as they think it is. And then if you're not a woman, you just can't use it. So not only is it assuming your gender, it's also being sexist. How is this thing getting by the radar? How am I not seeing rioting in the streets? I don't know. You tell me in the comments down below. All right. Coronavirus man is man-made. Heard it can survive 9 days on the surface outside of a house. I'm from State College, Pennsylvania. Toss's channel name is Total OS Today. Can somebody else find me the link to drop in there? Actually, I can probably find it. We'll go and raid Toss pretty quick here. I'm going to wrap up the comments really fast, and we're going to go and raid Toss. Copy link address. All right. Just going to scan through, see if there's anything here. Not far from the airport, but luckily no pee where you are. All right, there you go. Did you accept the terms and conditions to use this toilet? Yeah. Uber should have an app for public toilets to use. Yeah. You pay $9.99 a month to use the toilet. That's right. Hey, I'd do that. I'd set me up a porta potty in the front yard with a $10 per use access fee. Okay. Maybe the library robot can be made into a toilet for Uber drivers. That's right. You gotta summon the porta potty. It's gonna opens up. Oh man. Yeah. Just assume my gender, bro. That's right. App will detect transgenders. This will blow up so badly in their face. Yep. If this app was in Canada, it would be illegal. Actually, I'm surprised it's not illegal in the United States, too. Yeah, anyway, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up for the night. There is Toss's stream. We're going to jump on over to Toss's stream, and we're going to do an STL raid. So if you're over here, jump on over to Toss's stream there and do an STL raid. And we will see you guys over there tomorrow morning. We will do a show at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For our Saturday stream, and we will talk to you guys. Where's the kitty at? I don't know where the kitty is. See if I can summon the kitty real quick. Kitty. Oh, I see the kitty. I'm going to pick him up so we can finish up the kitty cam. Come on, buddy. We need a kitty cam. We need to close out, and we got to close out quick because Toss is on, buddy. Come on. Oh, there you go. I know it's rare I pick you up for your kitty treats, but we gotta go for Toss. All right. But we're docking your pay today, kitty. You were late for work. We're docking your pay. You just get 2 today. There you go. Whoop. All right, the finger licking good? No, that's it. You just get 2. He's like, this is a ripoff. Why'd even come for 2? You got your pay docked. You were late for work. You were late for work, buddy. You were late for work. You can get 3 tomorrow if you're on time. You get 3 tomorrow if you're on time. Yeah. All right, guys. We will catch you later.